incarnation, or does that even, is that a good concept to put around it?
No, I think your higher self would you would want your like your highest self, the highest version of you that's lived all your lives. Kind of like how Emily's explained it, like how she recognizes her higher self is the one that has all the knowledge and wisdom that went and did all these other lives before incarnating here to bring all these gifts and precious wisdom
Hmm.
this to this existence, this focus point right now. So, um, so I recommend just opening up the broadness to your highest inversion, your highest self, and you know it. And I also recommend like if you can imagine your highest self, um, then and just go with that. Your higher self will evolve as you evolve, and you'll learn more about yourself as you learn more about, or as you bond and integrate your higher self, your consciousness, your higher consciousness. Um, it'll share more with you.
Hmm. Hmm. So yeah, some of your like advanced, because like, so I've been told that I have incarnations as like in the Lemurian times, in Atlantean times, and it's almost like those incarnations I would consider a higher self of myself. Like they are aware of me in a way, even though
Yes,
I'm not consciously aware of them.
and you can imagine them just come in and have it like feeding, like just dropping in information for you. You know,
Hmm. Hmm.
but
Very interesting.
we're not.
And
You're
I know
not limited.
you're not limited. I know. And something that I've been told of through so many people's higher selves in sessions, QHHT, is that that this lifetime, even though it seems so mundane compared to like some of the more flashy lifetimes we may have been told, like someone told me that I had an Oracle of Delphi life, and I was like, man, and I'm a suburban mom in this one, but the one message that comes through every time is like, this lifetime is the one that all of those lifetimes before, even though time isn't real like that, we're training for this
Yes.
one right here. And I
Yes.
know that's true for so many of us out there, if not all.
And like this is like the Olympics for souls right now. This point in time, this window that you're in right now, that this energy that you're breathing in this moment. Oh no,
I
yes,
know. Chef's kiss indeed.
yeah,
Like I always say, it feels so silly sometimes that we're still having to do the little things like laundry and cook meals, but the program that's running in the background, I know so many of us feel it. Like motherships are around the corner. For New Earth, we are literally the builder generation of New Earth. Like it's
yes,
everything is going to change soon. I know we all feel it, and it's just so important.
yes, and it's yeah, doing laundry and doing dishes. Actually, those can be really rewarding if you really tap in. Like if you're doing mundane chores, it gives you a chance for your human mind to be doing something and your higher self to drop in and feed you some information. So
It's
you
very
can always
true.
do that, turn it into a bit of a meditation. Like when you're doing dishes, just be like, all right, I'm open for some information. And you'll receive downloads if you ask your higher self, be like, give me some downloads, or can I get a little memory? You might get a feeling or something. So
Yes, that's so true. Because meditation is fluid. You can be moving, you can be
yes.
active in it.
Just got to get your that ego
Out of the
conscious mind
comfort
a little
zone.
busy, and it'll open up a little funnel for your higher self to drop some fun stuff in. So you can just set the intention when you. It makes doing mundane chores a little more entertaining.
Someone just asked, for those of us who are older currently in past retirement age, what would you say their role for New Earth would be?
Your role for New Earth is to literally anchor in the baseline that you opened up for the middle age generation to come through. So congratulations, well done. Thank you for doing, being aware and holding the light. And your soul is ecstatic that it gets to be here during this time. So it's like, enjoy the show, my love. Enjoy the show.
That's,
Relax. Just hold the light. Be the wisdom that these kids need.
yeah, that's so true. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
And you'd mentioned lineage before. So something interesting about Stephanie and I, we both got to learn at Emily's retreat in Sedona that we are of your lineage.
Yes.
And so I know that there are others out here watching that are part of it. What would you like to say about what it means to be part of Isis's lineage?
It means that you're holding the frequency of the divine feminine. You've come to awaken and awaken with me as we come back and we're here to nurture. And so it those of my lineage are male or female are holding the frequency of the divine feminine. You hold a spark that's connected to me, and it's a tone that you pull in and anchor into Gaia. So it's kind of like it's very special and dear to me. Of course, you are. It's very special and dear to me, and yeah, it's just a portion. If you're my lineage, it really is linked to the divine feminine rising.
Mm-hmm. And so does it mean that in every lifetime we've been a part of your lineage? Not necessarily.
Not necessarily, no.
Okay.
I mean, you there's always like a filtered fractal, I guess. This is kind of hard to explain. So it goes like Source,
Mhm.
Sophia, and then let's say you are of the Isis lineage, right? That's we can say like Oversoul, and then it gets more fine tuned. So like that filter is always going to be there, but really it's like it's a part of you that'll never go away, but sometimes you want to try a different flavor. So you kind of try a different life that has a different resonance, like more masculine, more this species, more that species, but there's always like
Yeah,
it all goes back to the whole. It all rolls
it
back to
does.
the
It does.
whole.
It's all connected.
Yeah.
And so because we are channeling or we're part of your lineage in this lifetime, we're more feminine, we're more mothering, nurturing. That's our archetype of this
Yep.
lifetime, basically.
And I
I
know
love that.
Stephanie sometimes she feels a little too masculine inside of her feminine body.
I
and
used to as well.
it's just getting used to as you're waking more up, your physical body housing more power, and it's a little.
Mhm.
That's why balance is required. So, yeah. So, I'm sure a lot of people experience just total imbalance with their
Definitely.
masculine and feminine because there's always been stifling done to humans, and as and that's another thing about this this the first round of the parents of the new children. You're coming in
Mhm.
to do the healing of all the trauma that happened on Earth, on old Earth. You came in, swooped in, woke up, started doing healing, and you're working on balancing and stuff. And so you're setting up the stage, you're setting up the program, the game for these new generations to come in and thrive. So the more you
Mhm.
heal yourself and balance, uh, it's just setting up uh, higher possibilities for the
That's
next
very
generation.
true. I would say the beginning of my spiritual awakening wasn't very spiritual woo woo at all. It was really just, oh man, I want to be a better mother for my children. And then because I started healing my nervous system, that's when my life led me into the really cool aspects that I'm a part of now, which are very woo woo and very magical.
Yeah. And it all starts with healing the nervous system and being able to, that's exactly where it starts, you
Hmm.
know. Um, but, and I love that's, what really, you're just like, I want to be a present mom. I'm here to steward these beautiful children into this world.
Hmm.
And,
Yes.
that there was what I see is part of your contract when your boys came in. It was like, wake up time. So it
It
was
was.
all,
It was like,
yeah.
oh man, I have to take this seriously because everything matters. Like it's yeah, for their future. And they're boys, so it's like even more important right now. It's like with such the patriarchy leading to such, we always talk about toxic masculinity and all this imbalance. I
Yes.
wanted to take that very seriously. I want them to be strong in who they were as men, future men of this world.
And I applaud you for that, Dale.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for doing that. That's you're a wonderful mother.
Thank you. I try. I still have my moments where this it
Or
gets loud,
it gets
but
loud.
I'm doing my best.
It wouldn't be, it's part of it.
Yes. I'm sure Mother Mary had her moments too of like,
Oh,
oh
no
Lord.
doubt. Yes.
Okay. Are there any other incarnations or eras that you would like to speak about? Just to share a lesson on how they matter now.
Um, kind of drawing a blank on wanting to pull through other. Well, I just I don't think we're ready for that conversation yet for other incarnations. I know they call me like she of a thousand names, and so there's a lot of reflections. It's kind of like that oversoul of, or like that
Mm-hmm.
energy pool of, you know, the feminine side of the game. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to have another interview
Okay.
aligned with you, and maybe we can cover some more uh,
Other fractals.
other fractals, and maybe maybe everybody will have a little bit of a wider concept by then.
Yes. Is I wanted to go back to, okay, let's go back to then the Temple of Isis and going back to another theme that Emily always loves to cover as well, sacred sexuality within the Temple of Isis.
Yes.
What would you like to start off the conversation with about how important it is to you and the temple and your legacy?
I guess what how important it is to me is that it, sacred sexuality is not a taboo thing. It is your ultimate power when two beings who are pure and balanced come together and create that energy. That is the most potent energy to manifest with, to create, like make magic with, not just babies, but actually build worlds with.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so when the patriarchy took over and the divine feminine basically went underground, went away, and we, this whole thing is played out, and here we are now. Um, the temples were for um, actual sex magic practice, where it was just destroyed and stomped on by the patriarchy. I don't want to be like pointing fingers and stuff, but it what we the sacred rituals and the magic that came from honoring our bodies um, was tarnished, stomped on. I mean, poor humanity. It,
I know.
it's just it's so they've you've been misled and harvested, and it's really hard for me personally.
Yeah, I can only imagine it's been a long road of watching us suffer for a long
Yes,
time.
it has been, and just I'm grateful that humanity's supported and we're going through this, rather than the reset. Just because we're higher beings and stuff, yeah, we mess up.
Yeah,
We've messed up, and yeah, I just the
I'm doing
temples,
things.
and the you humanity's been misled on how powerful they are, and how sovereign and divine they are, and so I'm grateful to be here in this capacity to, let you guys know that we're here and you're not alone, and you're supported. And yes, you know, we are all on a growing path, growing and
Yeah,
healing journey.
very true. Which is interesting to learn. We think of as I guess, gods as like perfect beings, but that's not true. And I think that's what these interviews have really brought out is like you are you're not like us, but you're a lot like us. Anyways, it's easy to think that you're just like us because you're talking through my friend Stephanie, but you all, as powerful beings as you are, you still have your moments of like, I wish I had done that differently, or done
Yes,
things differently.
and you know, we have, if you really want to get like really brain melty, it's like, yeah, there's, you know, time travel and timelines, and there's a lot that literally the human brain cannot comprehend. But I hope that just this kind of communication, and we're communicating through other channels too,
Mm-hmm.
just to let you guys know that you're not alone, and we're here for you, supporting you,
Yeah,
and also
easy to forget.
to show you how to pull yourself out of victimhood, you know, and heal your trauma and move forward and step into your sovereignty.
Yes, that goes into my next question, which was for people healing shame or trauma around sexuality, what does reclaiming their sacred sexuality and sovereignty look like today?
What it really looks like is going deep within and healing, being blatantly honest with yourself and allowing yourself to heal, be messy, you know, and let the emotions out and to feel things. And as you go through the healing, you know, just removing it's a process. It's so, but it starts, the sacred sexuality like really starts with just going within. It all starts
Mhm.
with going within. And then the practice is, once, you know, you start to tune into your body, you get your nervous system, you know, calm and aligned, you get all of your energy bodies and your physical body in alignment, then you can really start tapping into, it's kind of a process, because like after you go through that, you've got like your womb healing process, because everybody has, you know, trauma stored in their womb space. Men and women
Mhm.
do,
Yeah.
and it's just generational, and everybody has to go through it. When you get to that point in your journey, it is a process, and as you'll naturally evolve into stepping into womb healing through in your journey. It's just part of what comes along with really exploring deep within. And once you
Mhm.
get to that part, then you start to realize that's where all your creative energy is stored, and your body is your technology, a tool. And um, everybody's sacral chakra has intentionally been targeted and damaged. You know, not saying that you're individually targeted, but like, you know, it's like as a whole, you've all been kind of dampered, and you know, things have been thrown into the psyche, and you guys have done stuff to yourselves. You know, it's not like
Mhm.
you're victims here, you're victims of yourselves. But um there has been, you know, like severe damage to the womb space ever since the divine masculine and the divine feminine had come out of balance, and we let the patriarchy run its course.
Mhm.
So it's a part of the journey. Uh, it really starts with you going into yourself, and then eventually you'll just gently move into sacred sexuality. It just comes with it.
That's so true. And before I ask the next question, will you quickly peek at the screen for that puzzle piece to make sure
I don't
you don't
see.
have to move? Is it not there yet? Okay, well, I'll ask one more question. We'll check again.
Okay.
Okay. So I guess to kind of give someone a very generalized sacred sexuality manifestation like process, I always learned it like what I like to do is at the height of the orgasmic energy, I like to picture in my mind what it is that I want to happen or just manifest.
Yes.
What would you like to say about that? Like, because I know there's a whole process of getting to the point where that is possible, but
Well, and
what
like
would
in
you like to say about that?
anything, like I mean, if it's, it's just setting the intention when you're, you know, pleasuring yourself, or if you're working with a partner. Um, but yeah, the peak, you're closest to God at that peak of climax, and you're closest to source, and that is the most potent manifesting energy. And actually, just imagine and hold what you want, and then 11 minutes later, you're still in that energy, like
Mm,
they say up to 11 minutes. So just keep, like, after you're all done and calming down, you still got that potent energy to keep
I love
manifesting
that.
it, and then call it in, like basically like manifest it out with that beautiful sexual energy, and then you call it back in, you know.
I love that. I love that. Okay. All right. Did you want to check the puzzle? Did the puzzle piece appear on your screen yet?
Oh, no puzzle piece yet.
Ah, okay, we'll check again later. Um, uh, even though, so I know our interview with Persephone might be postponed for next week, but did you want to confirm about the connection of her to the Temple of Isis and how,
Yeah.
because it was like a sacred sexuality line there. Did you want to talk to the public about that?
Yes. So Mary Magdalene was a, a, a priestess, a sex temple priestess as well, and she really embodied it and mastered it and taught it. And actually, her and Yeshua are the perfect example of what kind of magic can be made.
Mm-hmm.
And on it, and like the feminine, when you got two beings that are aligned within themselves and aligned within each other, she really helped fuel him along.
That's right. I read, I think it was called the Magdalene transcripts or something. Um, but yeah, it was like all of these feats that he was known for doing, it like wouldn't have been possible had not Mary Magdalene been boosting him and like channeling in source energy and flowing it through him and everything like that.
Yeah, it was beautiful. I mean, they were designed for each other, and
Hmm.
they got they got their, natural assignments, and really complemented each other. Literally, Yeshua came to show humanity what they're capable of. Mary Magdalene came with him to show the females what they're capable of, and then what the potential is when
Together.
two aligned souls come together and can literally manifest worlds with that kind of potency.
I love that. They were the blueprints. They
They
were
were
supposed
the
to.
blueprints. They set the tone, and their tone is still here in this, in this realm.
Mhm.
And um, I look forward to the day when it's a normal way of existing with, in humanity, is
Mhm.
being empowered in your body and supported and enhanced by your partner
I love that without any shame, just completely loving it.
without any shame.
There was one thing that Emily said that always sticks with me, and she was like, everyone not only deserves a healthy sex life, but like everyone should reach for one. Like you are entitled to it. It is our birthright.
It's part of being in this physical, existence, and having these bodies. And I mean, outside of here, they're you know there's different kind, but not as physical. It's not it's a one of a kind. Healthy sexual intercourse is very powerful, and
Mhm.
there's nothing like it elsewhere.
Nothing like it. That's so true. Would you check one more time for the puzzle piece on the screen? I'm always paranoid that it's going to kick us off. Still none? My goodness. Okay. All right, let's see. Now going into the last portion, which is so how would you like to tell people to connect with you directly moving forward after this interview?
um, I mean, it really goes to make sure you set yourself, and this goes for connecting with anybody. set your protective pyramid, a protective ball of energy around you. Set your space, cleanse it, and set it. Um, it really works if you know, go by what Emily is teaching. You don't have to do, if you're uncomfortable with doing the physical meditations, just set the space, cleanse, and call me into each energy center and set the intention. Um, and, you know, if you're doing divination rods, and, you know, you've got your own practice, I just highly recommend make sure that you create protection around you so you don't get any um, yahoos coming in, you know?
I love that. Yahoos. That's so
uh,
true.
but it
And
really
just
is setting
protection is
intention
just the imagining the white light around you is sufficient.
is sufficient, yes, and
Mhm.
just and set the attention to connect with me. And if you're new to divination, there are, you know, I highly recommend and support what Emily's teaching. We all do.
Mhm.
It's it works. It's efficient,
Yes. And if
and
you're interested, that's
it's time.
divinemagicck.com. She has inner
And,
divinity courses. That's what
and
Stephanie and I took.
if you follow it, she teaches you to keep your energy clean and protected and to close out. It's just neat.
Love it.
She'll give you the guidelines to have a neat practice,
Mhm.
and you can modify it however works for you. But if you just want to start to understand what inner divinity is and how to, you know, get the idea of what a practice looks like, and then you can
Mhm.
modify it yourself, I recommend looking into it. Or, you know, there's other people out there that have their classes, whatever resonates with you. But you can connect with me through Goddess Isis, or you can just be like, I want to connect with the Divine Feminine, you know, uh, whatever, whatever you resonate with, um, I'm with you.
Okay. Thank you. And, when Stephanie stepped into the tent, she got a little bit of the dark lights and everything, and kind of the hint that it's going to enter her dark night. Yeah, the 3 days of darkness. Is there a message you'd like to give to the viewers about this, about what that means, and how some of us may have already gone through it, are going through it now, or are going to go through it, and what you would like to advise for that?
Essentially, I mean, it, it's it's necessary, especially coming out of last weekend where we had the Three Eye Atlas and the new moon and solstice. And so I'm sure a lot of people are feeling, you know, feeling new energies and integrating. Um, this is, you know, the way Emily described it, these time periods are, it's not like you're completely cut off or anything. It's just things seem fuzzy and you probably will feel weird as your
Mm-hmm.
body adjusts to everything. So um, I just recommend give yourself the grace. Don't push yourself to channel or do anything. If you're feeling your energy's off, drink lots of water. Radical self-care. But this is just, you know, a natural part of your evolution. And I don't want anybody to fear, you know, it, like it's not like, oh no, I'm completely in the dark and left alone. Just, this is another thing. If you notice, if you feel that you're going through your switch, your little moment of um, darkness or whatever you know, however you want to word it, that's calls to call in your higher self. If you, instead of trying to connect with beings outside of you, call your higher self. That's the best thing you can do, is
Mm-hmm.
know that you're not alone. You've got your higher self. And so even if you can't connect with your other beings, you know, other deities or anything during your window, your higher self and your dragons, but your higher self is
Mm-hmm.
your, you should always
I
double check
really
and
agree.
trust and put for first and foremost. Yeah.
I agree. Thank you for that. And we also had a question. So after she got the hint that she's going to start her disconnection phase, she also kept getting this hint that motherships were around the corner. I know you can't tell us too much, but I had a question come up from my friend Tabitha about if you'd like to tell us about your specific mothership, because I know each of the. Oh, someone is also saying, can you check the screen for a puzzle piece so we don't lose you, if possible?
There's no puzzles.
Okay, I guess it's not here. Thank you for the reminder, Babs. So going back to Tabitha's question, we were told that all 9 of you will have your own mothership. Is there anything you'd like to tell us about Isis's mothership?
I'd like you to imagine mine to be purple.
Okay.
I can't tell you much about it.
I know.
Sorry, Ted.
You know we had to try.
Good job. But yeah, you can imagine the color purple associated with mine.
Okay. Yeah, I need to do a guided meditation about all the different colors mothership to help people kind of draw it in.
Yeah, and you can. I mean, I guess if you want to go through like the chakras of it, you can say mine's like indigo blue, but I like the color purple personally.
I do
think
too.
it's pretty.
Perfect.
But yeah, I can't. I'm limited on how much I can feed into that. I mean, Stephanie mentioned a hint that she felt, so just stick with that for now.
Yes. All of our friends that we do our daily rods and everything, we're all like, we feel like it's happening, like they're phasing in now. And so I feel like it's any day now, any day. I know, all you can be like is, okay.
Uh-huh.
Well, I had to throw it out there so the followers can't say I tried, but they can't tell us the deets of everything now because it's important how it plays out.
Good job
Okay.
trying on that. Yeah.
Yep. I wouldn't be me if I didn't try. My favorite in like the years of asking all these special beings in these interview type scenarios is like sometimes when they don't answer, it's like okay, I'll remember. Like, I see what you're not saying by you're saying a lot by not saying a lot.
Exactly. Less said means, can say a whole lot more sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I ask you just feel into it, and that's another way to get to know your higher self. Ask your higher self.
Okay, wonderful. And to end things off, is there a final message or an energetic gift that you'd like to leave us with today?
Yes. Well, I'll start with a message. Just thank you all for choosing yourselves and stepping into this role of being constantly aware and holding true to yourself and making it through all the distortion to find your truth and really pushing forward. And I'm just so proud of this great awakening of humanity, and I thank you, Dale, for putting on this live interview, and I thank Stephanie for allowing me to step into her vessel. And I also want to say thank you to all of the other gals and guys that are supporting this project, and really shout out to those who are joining Stephanie and Dale as they work with guides or gods and goddesses and aliens each week. I do recommend keep working. Like, if those of you are still doing it that aren't going through, like Stephanie will do it too. She'll call on Persephone, but and then I would love to end with a activation.
We would love that. Thank you so much. Okay, everyone be open to receive.
Okay, please put one hand on your sacral chakra and one hand on your heart chakra. And we're going to take 3 deep breaths in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Aenorogai sintro oenanata. Yes, sintrunta akanaturunanata. Yenchatra atana akarunta. Yarinya. Sintianto ahanda aratambo tufshinte. It is done.
Thank you so much. Wow.
Thank
I'm
you.
always finding back tears after those. That one was an especially strong one. Whew. Thank you so much, Goddess Isis. That was truly beautiful. Ooh, I feel like waves of energy. Okay.
Yes, it's going through this festival too.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for that message and that activation and all your questions. I know we're going to get to so much more information as more gets revealed to us in the days and weeks ahead. I'm so excited that we got this chance.
Thank you, Dale. Thank you. Thank you, everyone who's watching.
Yes. Okay. And with gratitude and love, we're going to close this connection. And I'm calling all of Stephanie's consciousness back into her body, replacing everyone we were speaking with. Stephanie's consciousness and personality are back into her body, integrated perfectly. And when I count backwards from 5 to 1, she's going to wake up feeling wonderful all over, like she had a beautiful nap. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wide awake, feeling wonderful all over.
Hello.
Welcome back. That was a super
Sing out
powerful
loud.
activation. Yeah, you sang and it was beautiful. It was beautiful.
She made me do that. I'm like, what the?
It was so powerful. Ooh,
I know my body's
that was
like
good.
vibrating. I'm like, oh my god, and I'm
I
hot.
know, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it in my sacral area too, which is funny that she mentioned how so many of us, humanity in general, is really stifled down there. If you're interested in figuring out where your chakras are junked up, I went to a Reiki healer a long time ago, and I've been to many since, and they always used to say, "You're sacral, you're sacral. It's junked up." And
Jumped
so
up.
I've been working on that. I'm working on that. Dancing, painting, all the creative things.
Yeah, I know. And like I had, like a lot of people have trauma from, and
Yes.
so it's like it's part of the growing. And like I knew earlier last year, I was like, I've got a lot of wounding. And so like when I went to like started getting curious about sacred sexuality and then like went to Sedona and like started to get more understanding of like what it is, I was like, it lit a fire in me. And I'm like, okay, so I'm like all the books, everything like that. And like, yeah, like I mean, Isis is like the most perfect being to really help you with healing your sacral chakra for sure. So.
Yeah, she really is.
Oh,
And
hi Angie, thank you.
and I couldn't believe she got so emotional when we started talking about that because of how
I know.
stifled we have been. That was unexpected. That was like, ooh,
She was
I felt
going
her.
back to like it was showing me like the moment where she walked away from humanity. I'm gonna cry over it. Like
I
it was
know.
like I didn't get a scene or anything, but it was that feeling of like turning away and like having to like remove yourself from something. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, that was tough. Like it really pained her. And all
Yeah.
those times, like it was interesting to see that like the resets were not easy, like easy choices. Like you can tell, like this was, and it's that's why it's so important what's happening now because we were totally due for a reset now, but it's not happening. We're changing the script by waking up instead, ascending with the planet. So it's an exciting time to be alive right now. That was super
It
powerful.
really is. Even if we have to do mundane human things, I mean, at
Mundane
least we get to
human.
have these conversations.
Yes, we can in a
That's so
safe
awesome.
space. And yeah, it's so true.
Yeah.
And to talk on bring back the trauma in our womb space. With my past life regression hypnosis, I've been learning that it's not even just this lifetime or your ancestry in this lifetime. Like, cause yeah, we do carry like our
Yeah.
grandmother. We carry all that womb energy too. but even our past parallel lives, if they had sexual trauma, it's all like subconsciously
Yeah,
in
and
there
like
too.
you carry all that stuff with you. That's why it's like, here we are now, we're like ultra healing things and like
Ultra
freeing
healing.
our souls from all the bullshit that we brought to heal from this one.
Mhm.
So,
It's true. And sometimes healing can look like just twerking it, like literally learning how to twerk or like
like,
letting your hips
I'll move
move.
my body around and be like, happy bouncing,
Yes,
like
it's so true.
moving your energy. But yeah, like twerking and just being comfortable in your body. Like, and I
Mhm.
know when I first started my healing journey, I was really like, because my nervous system was still getting back to normal. And yeah, like I just felt really detached from my body. Like this time last year, I was like soul, body, like, ah. So like
Mhm.
now it's, yeah.
Me too. I remember starting to meditate and literally setting a timer for 2 minutes and feeling so uncomfortable to just sit still in my body for 2 minutes. I just felt like I gotta get up. It's not that long ago, and now I'm like, and for those, someone had asked here, how do I get into trance? It's super hard, but for someone who's trying to learn to surrender, because Stephanie's obviously amazing at it, she goes down so easily and is able to channel. But I always recommend hemisync tapes for
Mhm.
people who really want to practice getting into that deep what do they call it, like body asleep mind awake state.
Yeah, like where your body, yeah, it's like HemiSync is training you to do that. And I did
Yeah.
HemiSync last year, and that's how I became online, is what I heard
Hmm.
when I did a
Yeah, I heard
HemiSync.
that.
It was
That's
like,
what's such a fun
she's
coincidence.
online.
So she and I both started doing the hemisync tapes, hemisync tapes before we knew each other. And with starting to do it, I remember distinctly having a moment where I was like in my mind, like, oh, I was like, oh, I feel like very deep. It feels very weird, almost like a suspension of time. And it was at that moment that I heard this voice be like, "Are you ready to come online?" And I was like, "What?" But
Yeah.
but I was like, "Okay, wait, I have been kind of asking for like something like this." And so I was like, "Yes." And as soon as I said yes, it really felt like energy was like shoving me into the bed and just like I remember my body twitching all over and like, "Okay, something is
Yeah.
happening." And I woke up fine. I was like, okay, that was bizarre. But Stephanie had an almost identical experience doing it.
Yeah.
So it
They're
really
like,
doesn't,
and I
yeah,
heard this one's online.
this one's online. Yeah. So check it out. The Hemi Sync tapes, just like how Rita spelled it, is created by the Robert Monroe Institute. Um, so very valuable. They have all these kinds, but it's a series. You start like wave one, wave two, and it helps you get deeper and deeper and unlock your specialized gifts.
Yeah, and I guess my advice for going under, it's really just getting yourself trained enough to relax. And like when like getting doing what Dale and I are doing, I was like for up until like 3 weeks ago, I was still kind of like, I'm not all the way letting go, guys. And now I'm just like, okay, I'm stepping back.
Mhm.
So it's really just trust and
It's a huge
be
trust
comfortable.
thing.
So but and that's another thing though, protection and having a clean practice is very important. You'll
Hmm.
still, when you hit a certain threshold, your guides or whoever you're working with will be like, now it's time to really play with you. So, and it really is like usually not just always for fun, but like you'll learn something in the most sideways way from
Yeah,
it.
they
Yeah.
like to teach us a little sideways because they say
Yeah,
we learn
it's so
faster that way, which is
sideways.
unfortunately true.
Yeah. I'll
Okay, well,
get
we
used
had
to
so
it.
much fun. If you guys have any more
Yeah.
questions, send them our way, and we'll do our best to answer them. Oh, Angie says I started Septisync a while ago.
Oh,
haven't heard of
cool.
Septisync unless that's a typo. Well, I'll look into it. Is that
I'll have
just
to look.
more waves? I don't know. But yeah, HemiSync has been amazing. I just downloaded the what is it called, the mediumship series, so I'm trying that too. Oh, so it's just like more waves. So I'm gonna look into that too. So I'm hoping to get even deeper and unlock more of my connection to my higher self, all the levels, because it gets interesting
That's,
once you start being like, I think this is my higher self. Then you almost learn the next level of that and
and
keep
then you're like,
going.
wow. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like a spiral into your higher self. Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
it's like just get in tune with the guy with the being that can see above. Like
Yes.
I always think of Sims.
I was a huge Sim player. I'm still a Sims player. Yeah, I always tell people the truth about our reality here is a lot like if you mix Westworld, the show, with Ready Player One and a little bit of Sims. That is how we exist here.
It's really that simple.
Yes, it is. It's funny. Who would have thunk it? But we're here opening up this can of worms of the truth, and I think we're doing a pretty good job. Us and the public out here being like, you know what? Life is weirder than we thought, than we were
And
taught growing up.
I love that we're all being like, you know, giving each other permission to speak openly about this stuff.
Exactly. And just shows that like some of the stuff you learn, we always say like some of the big truth bombs that you get hit with, it's like it changes everything, but also doesn't change anything at the same time. We're still here to embody what a grounded human being going through this major shift in humanity is like
Yeah.
without losing our minds. And for those out there following along and integrating all this information, props to you because it's a fun, exciting road, but it can be a little brain melty. But we're doing it and we're still handling the dishes and feeling good and looking good in the process. And so we're nailing it. We're nailing this human game.
Yeah. And like enjoy it because it goes quick.
It goes quick. And they keep saying to us December has been like, phew, they said it was going to be quick. And it really does feel like it's been in a blip of an eye.
And I feel like, I mean, we're closing out a major karmic cycle right now. And 2026 is just going to be lit up. I keep getting the next 4 to 6 months are going to go by like that. Like it's like we're going to blink and it's going to be like springtime and like yeah. So
that's what they keep telling us. Yes, that 6 months we're all going to look back collectively, but also individually and be like, huh, wow, how did my life make that turn? So buckle up, everyone. Full heart, open eyes, can't lose. We're doing this all together, and we're so excited about bringing these to you. And don't forget, so next, was it Tuesday? I forget. The 31st, New Year's Eve, is going to be our Dragons Live. And so that should be exciting. Bring your dragon questions.
I don't know if Tuesday, if like this block thing is or whatever.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know.
Channeling Pleiadians, even though I have like Pleiadian guides, I think. So I don't
That's
know.
right. Yeah.
Cause like
So we'll see. So we'll keep you updated if the Pleiadian aliens and inner Earth thing still happens this week coming up with Stephanie's disconnect phase. This is a new navigation that we're going through.
What I got when I got in the tent and it was like dark, right? And like I can feel like her energy. I was like, what is this? And then she's like, okay, so this is your sign. And like maybe it's like rest because I got like rest change.
Yeah.
Like maybe something.
Then she was like, your Persephone live next Thursday isn't gonna happen.
Well,
so
and
I'm like, okay.
Because there's a lot going on the 1st or something.
They won't say it. They won't say if it's mothership related, but
it sounds like maybe me energetically will be going through like I'm envisioning it like just kind of floating. Like I don't know, I can't do anything right now. Like I don't know. We'll see what happens.
We're in a big transition phase, all of us. So the next couple of days, just keep an open mind. Anything is possible.
Yeah, really.
Really. Yeah. All right, guys. We love you very much, and we will see you for the New Year's Eve dragons for sure.
For sure. Okay.
Right. Bye, guys. Have a wonderful evening, and Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Spend the good times with your family.
Bye, guys.